Good evening, and thanks so much for your time and coming all the way this evening. So how do you feel today?
Well, thank you for having us, and I realized that I'm wearing a Chinese shirt, so you were scared to shake my head.
No.
The coronavirus.
It's a global rule. It's a global rule at the moment. Nothing to do with where your shirt was.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Well, thank you for having us. We have mixed feelings. Part of me is happy that we have closed the matter. It's been dragging since 2016. It's been weighing heavily on me and on my family. And if you remember that my mom was there in 2016 when I was arrested, he attended all my court appearances, and up until she passed away in May 2018. So she passed away having not closed the matter, the case itself. So that's the part that we feel like there's some relief in that it's gone now. But the difficulty is the reality that comes with the sentencing. It might look, some might say, but his suspended sentence is at home. It's the criminal record. I'm a law graduate. I had plans to be an advocate. Actually, I'm supposed to be practicing already under the supervision of Tembega, Ngugaitobi, and Talimbof as my supervisors, doing pupillage. But due to the criminal record now, all those things comes to a standstill while we look at available avenues.
What are the options for you? What have you? I mean, you've had some time to think about it, knowing that you wouldn't be able to be a lawyer, and it's a sad outcome.
Yeah. Well, look, we have limited options. The list that we have now is to appeal for the presidential pardon. And also to appeal to the Department of Justice for an expungement of the criminal record so that life can proceed. We don't have much of a problem with the sentencing. I mean,
you accept that? You accept the conviction and sentence?
Well, because we are found guilty of public violence, and we can't then come to the media and act in bad faith. We accepted taking part in the protest. And I can't come here and say I never took part in the protest. I did plead that I did lead the protest. And I don't regret leading the protest because I feel that it was what we needed to do at the time. And we were at the right place at the right time. And we led, and what we fought for, even the court agrees that what we fought for, we received it because government announced on it. So we were then told that in as much as we have a constitutional right to protest, but our right then began to infringe on others in that we violated other people's rights.
You were also accused of assaulting a police officer. What happened there?
Well, the court didn't find me guilty of assault of a police officer in that they say the students assaulted the police officer while he was arresting me. So maybe due to common purpose that we disputed. But then what we did, we apologized. We took responsibility of what happened because we were leaders of the protest. I can't run away from the fact that we led it. We led the Fees Must Fall movement. So a police was assaulted in the process, but not by me, but in my name, in that I am the one who was being arrested. So we apologized for that, unreservedly apologized to the colonel, and I still apologize even now.
Okay, Mcebo, would you say it was all worth it? You say if you could go back, you would still go and lead the protest. You wouldn't change that. But was it worth it? Was it worth the last 4 years of your life?
Oh, well, what we did, I sleep well at night with what we did. And I never benefited directly from Fees Must Fall. I've never used NSFAS in my life. All my academic career, I've never used NSFAS. So I can't then say I was protesting because I personally didn't have money to pay. But because when I was a leader, I experienced the pain of a black child. The mothers who were coming from the rural areas, coming to the SRC offices, having traveled from Giyani, from Tzanini, from everywhere in the country to come to vets because some of them, they didn't even know where Johannesburg is. But because the child had passed and was admitted there to come there, only to be told that you can't register because you don't have 9,780 that was needed at the time. So that thing, being conscious, I can say to you, the only thing I can say is that being conscious and being black conscious is very painful in South Africa because we begin to see things that will make you uncomfortable and you will end up speaking.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that there are millions out there who will agree with you. I want to know, Mcebo, the people that you say you did this for, have they been supportive of you? Have you had that support coming for them? Have they stood by you through all of this?
You see, support comes in many forms. Support can come in form of prayer. Support can come.
The actual people that you did this for.
Yes, I mean, because you see, when you help someone, you don't expect anything in return. You help that person because it is a calling. And most of the time when you help people, you even forget that you assisted those people. I have people who come to me and say, you helped me in 2015, I don't even know their names. Just recently I was looking for a house because I am old and I am done with school. So I was looking to say, now I need a house outside of home. So the home that was being sold, I viewed the house. Then after that, one of the old people who used to, he said, are you not Dlamini? I say, I am. He says, my son has been speaking about you for the past 4 years. He said you assisted him when he was first year. And they started crying. Those are the things that keep us going.
Makes it all worth it.
Those are the things that keep us going. Would you ever be part
of another protest again?
Well, I'm no longer a student now.
Or any other protest. Would you ever be part of any...
I am an activist.
Any cause?
I am an activist. So any injustice, we will speak against it. I write articles every day. I have taken a position of educating to say that I feel that the leaders that we look up to, the likes of Steve Biko and Robert Sobukwe, they never multiplied in that they never created others like them. So ours now is to conscientize. We must create more think-alikes through the writing. Ours is to awaken the black race.
Okay, so you can't go ahead and be the lawyer you wanted to be or the advocate that you wanted to be because of the criminal record now. Yes. You have qualified and you have graduated in other ways over the past few years. Just quickly tell us what's going on in your life at the moment.
At the moment, I'm unemployed and probably unemployable.
Okay.
I am unemployed and probably unemployable because for me to be an advocate, I need the fit and proper, which I won't have because of the criminal record. For ENCA to employ me as a political analyst, I need all my transcript from vets, and I need good conduct from Adam Habib. From where I'm standing, he won't give me a good conduct, Adam Habib. So, which then means I am unemployable. As it stands, my life is standstill. But we will try to find ways around it. It's still new now.
But you have other qualifications to your name,
The
right?
other qualification needs good conduct.
They all need good conduct.
They need conduct from the university where I obtained them. The charges that I have, all accumulated at vets. So vets won't give me good conduct because I'm charged of public violence there.
So how are you living now then? You say you were looking for a house. How are you making a living? How are you going about it?
I had a hope that I will be an advocate. So I knew that Tumanoko was going to pay me. So I was looking for a house. So now it's all gone. But I can write. I can research. I'm looking forward that some people can utilize that skill to say, can you review these documents for us? Can you do this so that we can survive moving forward? Otherwise, we are going to be adding to another statistics of unemployed graduates. We become qualified in speaking law in the taverns and speaking concepts in the taverns, like all other black young people. There are a lot of young people who are on the streets with certificates. We have joined the queue.
Mcebo, let's just talk about the other issue also that was involved in this, your South African citizenship, that case. What's happened with that?
Well, when I was arrested in 2016, remember I was born in Swaziland. And it's not a secret that we were born in Swaziland. So when in 2016, when I was arrested, then there was an issue of my surnames, that it seems like I have two surnames, and Home Affairs raised that issue of the two surnames and the issue of the two certificates which have different years. So we were given 14 days to clarify that. And then we failed to meet the 14 days deadline. And we forgot about the matter. It was 2016.
You forgot about it?
Yes. A lot has happened since the arrest, since the release from court.
So have you managed to resolve it in that?
Well, we went to court today, and having began the process to rectify those omissions now, and there is a communication between the lawyers and Home Affairs, and after today we have 3 days to appeal to the minister for a review of the decision of our failure to finish them with the documents. Yes, so within, I think tomorrow, my lawyers will give them what they asked for.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I would say you could have a future in politics. You don't need good conduct for that, right? Criminal record, also, not really.
Politics is cruel.
It's cruel.
All the charges are politically motivated, by the way. And it all transpired in a political atmosphere. We are coming out with a criminal record. But we hope to appeal to our comrades and to the Minister of Justice, who is actually our age group and probably our friend, to say, can he expunge the criminal record and also probably change this thing from criminal record to a political record, so that when we can be found guilty for a political transgression, but the repercussions are not the same.
You never know. These are surprising times. You might get what you want. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for your time.